How did a civilization of genius vanish from its own cities?
At its height, Maya cities thrived with astronomy, art, and towering stone temples. Priests and astronomers tracked the heavens with breathtaking precision.
But beneath the brilliance, stress is built, especially in food and water.
Years of poor rains lowered cenotes and reservoirs, tightening survival.
Competition between city-states sharpened. Alliances shifted. Rivalries ignited.
Conflict consumed resources. War demanded tribute, labor, and captives.
Elaborate reservoirs strained as drought deepened and maintenance lagged.
Food shortages rippled through markets. Prices rose. Patience thinned.
Rituals intensified, but the skies gave little. Authority met a changing climate.
Clues in tree rings and cave minerals point to decades of recurring drought.
Fields withered as rains faltered. Harvests shrank year after year. Continuous use and erosion reduced soil quality, slowing natural recovery over time. Tribute demands rose even as yields fell, straining common households. Rival city-states fought for prestige and tribute as resources dwindled.
Queues lengthened at reservoirs. Every jar of water became precious.
Elites doubled down on ritual and rule, but authority wavered as crises mounted. Villages drifted from failing fields toward cities, or away from them. Monuments once rich with dates fell silent. Records dwindled, then stopped. Trade routes faltered. With less movement of goods, cities lost lifeblood.
Rivers turned to dust. Entire valleys lost their lifeline to drought.
Rulers sought divine favor. Rituals grew longer, blood sacrifices more frequent.
Belief held firm, even as evidence of collapse grew all around them.
City turned against city. War for food and water became constant.
Once thriving plazas became ruins overnight. Commerce died where war ruled.
Survivors left their cities, following rivers and coastlines to new lands. Grand cities like Tikal and Copán fell silent, reclaimed by the jungle. The carved records of kings now lay shattered, their meanings fading with time.
Nature took back the cities. Roots broke the temples. Vines silenced stone.
By the time the rains returned, the cities had already been swallowed by the forest. When silence returned, the jungle became the keeper of forgotten cities. Generations later, the descendants of the Maya still wandered among their ancestors' stones.
Survivors built new lives in smaller villages, closer to water and forest.
Stories of the gods and ancestors endured through spoken memory, not stone.
Even after temples fell, rituals continued, adapted, but never forgotten.
Centuries later, archaeologists began to unearth what the jungle had hidden.
Each glyph told a fragment of a story, of power, drought, and devotion.
As inland cities vanished, new settlements rose along the coasts and rivers.
Modern eyes now see both the splendor and fragility of their world. Beneath the green ocean of the forest, an ancient heartbeat still echoes. Today, the scars of ancient cities remain hidden beneath the Yucatan's green veil. Using LiDAR technology, scientists uncovered hundreds of hidden Maya cities. Excavations revealed evidence of drought, warfare, and collapsing trade systems.
Climate data showed centuries-long dry cycles striking the Maya heartlands.
Layers of mud preserved the story. Centuries of drought written in dust and clay.
Digital reconstructions brought lost cities like Tikal and Copán back to life. Between 800 and 900 CE, populations plummeted by over 70%. Despite the fall, Maya art and craftsmanship never disappeared entirely.
Millions of Maya descendants still live today, keeping their language and traditions alive.
The Maya didn't vanish. Their spirit endures across time and land.
Historians, scientists, and archaeologists joined forces to reconstruct the full story.
The timeline revealed repeating cycles of drought, followed by bursts of conflict. The timeline revealed repeating cycles of drought, followed by bursts of conflict. Political power fractured. Rulers fought for loyalty as trust dissolved across kingdoms. With roads unsafe and cities at war, trade, the empire's bloodstream, ceased to flow. As fear grew, rituals turned darker. Faith collided with survival. Hard times tested the resilience of villages as scarcity spread across the land. Art reflected fear. Leaders believed only sacrifice could restore the sky's mercy.
From above, the scale of collapse becomes clear. Thousands of cities gone quiet.
The fall of the Maya wasn't sudden. It was a slow unraveling, written in stone, sky, and soil.
Like the Maya, we too build cities that seem eternal, until nature reminds us otherwise. Today, droughts return in patterns eerily similar to those that haunted the Maya. As our forests burn, we see how fragile balance can be when nature turns against us. Overcrowding, inequality, and resource strain, all too familiar echoes of the Maya's final centuries. Satellites track the same cycles of drought, deforestation, and decline that once doomed an empire. We face the same truth. Prosperity built on fragile environments cannot last forever.
Every civilization believes it will endure. But history reminds us that balance decides survival.
Like the Maya's crops, our oceans too are showing signs of collapse. From frozen poles to tropical jungles, the planet shifts again, its balance thinning. The story of the Maya isn't just about collapse, it's a mirror for our future. The Maya believed the world thrived only when humans lived in balance with the gods and the earth. Their rituals sought harmony, a reminder that progress without respect for nature leads to ruin.
Even in collapse, life continued. New generations learned to live differently.
In time, the rains returned. Nature healed what humanity had exhausted. Forests grew dense again, covering temples like a green ocean of forgiveness.
Their legacy endures, not in empire, but in language, art, and rhythm. Perhaps the greatest survival isn't cities or monuments, but the will to begin again.
Every civilization leaves echoes of greatness, of mistakes, and of lessons for the next. The Maya story reminds us that wisdom fades only when we stop listening to the past. To understand the Maya is to understand ourselves, the rise, the fall, and the hope to rebuild. From the cosmos, their story is but one heartbeat in humanity's long rhythm.
But the Maya spirit endures. In the stars they mapped, and the earth they revered.
Each discovery whispers the same message. Civilizations rise not by conquest, but by connection.
Beneath water and time, their temples still breathe the pulse of the earth. The descendants of the Maya still walk this land, carrying stories the stones can't tell.
They mapped the heavens not to escape Earth, but to understand their place within it.
When the sun rose through their temples, it wasn't a myth. It was mathematics, faith, and wonder combined. From the ashes of collapse, nature reminds us, nothing truly ends. It only transforms. Their fall wasn't an end. It was a mirror reflecting what we could become. If you believe history holds the keys to our future, like this video, share it, and subscribe.